Hello guys, this is Vysh. So we'll discuss the July 17th Monday editorial. Okay, and today's issues, if you see, different topics. One is this Delhi floods and North India overall there is floods happening. So different thumbnails I made. You can tell in comment section like what you want to see on the thumbnail. Okay, just to have an interaction. Okay, in the comment section you can tell it and I will change the thumbnail accordingly. Okay, by default I'll put something. So here if you see, this is first article, Delhi's floods. Then we have this corporate groups. Okay, same like the Congress party and everybody keeps telling Adani, Ambani, the Reliance group, corporates are becoming bigger and bigger. So these kind of issues are there. So that related one article is there, that also we'll discuss. And then we have this India-France meeting. Okay, 25 years of strategic partnership and Modi's visit to France. That was very small article. I think a bigger editorial will come soon, so that time we'll discuss. And that is the third one. So these are all different thumbnails I made. You can tell me like which one do you prefer to see. Okay, then the default one which we have, July 17, episode 13. Okay, 12 episodes are over, Monday to Saturday, 6 episodes per week. So this is like the third week now. Okay, 12 episodes are over, 2 weeks. And these are the different articles which we will discuss today. Okay, the first one I told you, India-France, which is part of your international relation, GS2. Then we have this corporates issue. Corporates are getting richer and richer. So that GS2, GS3. And then we have this one, this side of the opinion page, we have the architecture related some things. Okay, the new parliament has come. We have made a very wonderful structure, you can tell. So that we have the skill set. Okay, about that a discussion is there. But for exam point of view, I didn't find anything interesting. Okay, so this is the advantage of you watching the editorial series also. I am doing the reading for you and telling you whether anything was there useful or not. Okay, so please strictly follow every single day. Not like you saw one day, then appreciate it and then forget about it. Every day this will be uploaded. The timings may vary based on the time I have, and make sure you watch it. Okay, every day it will come. And I want your attendance also to be marked now itself. If you have seen already, you know the quality, how it will be. Pause the video and tell in comment section like, okay, present, I am watching, or thank you, anything. I want that as your attendance. Okay, only then the next day I will see like, okay, the same audience are going on commenting every day, means I at least know that, okay, these people are waiting for my video. Okay, if I don't see that comments and likes and number of views and all, I may not feel like doing it. Okay, so please attentively watch it and do this exercise. Now itself pause and put your comment, else at the end you will anyway forget to do that. So do that. So here, as I told, this article, the different architect names are given. Okay, like Jaipur based this person, Maharashtra based this person, like the different architect names. I don't think that is useful for any kind of exam, but still for your interest you can do. Only one information I saw there, like they're telling Singapore has like this master plan design and all. Singapore airport and all, if you see, it's like one of the best architecture in the complete world. Okay, so design 2025, they have a master plan. So that kind of GK I thought is interesting, so I put it here. And then in India they're telling like Kerala has a lot of new plans coming up, which they call design based ecosystem. So that also was two interesting points I felt, else that full article is of no use. So please, like this, try to learn the important things. Most of the people who are covering editorials in YouTube, I've noticed they have not even mentioned anything about these things. So here, then there's a local news Telangana, which we don't have to care about. And then the Ukraine and Russia war, you know, it is happening since now almost 1-2 years. So there are different things happening, and what is the latest update, and what is it like, is it like any side going down, that kind of thing is there. I will tell what is happening. Okay, then the floods which I told, the Delhi floods, again under disaster and also GS3 portions. Okay, then this side we always have this charts and graph every day, except I think Friday, Saturday it will be something else, but other days the charts and graph will be there. Here they have given the e-rickshaw or the e-vehicle adoption in different cities. Again, not very useful for you. These are the charts they have given in different cities, and the range in which this thing is increasing exponentially. It is increasing the adoption of two-wheeler especially and three-wheeler e-vehicles, that they have shown city-wise and all. So it's not very important because these data will keep changing every month. Okay. And if you are new to this channel, please read this. Okay, because the same things which is answered here, you are coming and commenting. So we ourselves will not feel like replying there. Okay, because that means you are not attentive in the video, or you maybe just skipped and went to the article. You have to listen every word which I tell, because it's told for your benefit only. Okay, so please read this. Test series 2024 is open. Test series 2025 also 2-year timetable I'm working on. So that will have a complete prelims plus mains self-study plan, and including hundreds of tests for prelims and mains, and even lot of other information is there. Okay, so including current affair coverage I'm planning. 2.5 years of current affair will be inclusive in that. Okay, you will get the PDF of every month and question answer format. with detailed notes will be there under each answer, each question. So that way 2.5 years of coverage will be included in the 2025 test series plan. Okay, so that is important because now UPSC is asking very older current affairs also. So I am making sure that you get the best content. Okay, so WhatsApp me, we can get started. And Vysh courses channel is where we will put the state PSC related lot of videos. So the first one, that corporates related one, it's not very useful article I will tell, but still what the author is trying to tell. Okay, he obviously from the language we can understand he hates this corporates and Adani, Ambani and all these people. So the Heidenberg research, which was a very big controversial things few months back, when they brought out a report against the Adani group telling that they have done some manipulation in the stock prices and these things and all, and showing the valuation of the company much higher than it should be. They're not showing the losses and many things. Heidenberg, a very big page of report came. Okay, and that time you would have noticed like Adani's complete from the, I think the third richest person, he went down to the 10th rank or 20th rank or something. And then now what is happening is again coming back. He's again acquiring things. He's again announced projects and all. You know, the Mumbai slums, the biggest slums in the whole world, that complete redevelopment project also for around 5,000 crore or something, Adani Group has acquired and announced yesterday. Okay, so that means they are rising up. So that the author is actually not liking, and that frustration he's showing in the article, nothing else. Okay, so nothing, not even the Heidenberg research seem to stop the advance of India's big businesses. Okay, so it's not only Adani, he's telling about everyone. So Adani Group continues with its acquisition even if it is a slower pace, and financial markets are lending more and more money to them. Same like that, Reliance Industry has announced some demerger of its financial services arm, meaning Jio also is, you know, that like Google Pay, Phone Pay and all, Jio payment services and all financial services also they are trying to enter. And obviously when once Reliance enters, you know, everybody else will get out of the market. Okay, same like the mobile network, what happened where only Airtel is remaining. All the companies are now in the huge losses. So even the streaming platforms, if you see, Jio, they gave the complete IPL for free. They complete now cinemas, many things are free. And after that, they introduced a subscription plan, which is the cheapest in the entire thing also. While Amazon Prime, Netflix, everybody are charging 1,499 I think per year, they are charging around 899 or 999 per year. So they know how to attack the market because they have that much reserve fund already. Okay, the big companies have that much fund that they can bear losses for few months to get the audience. And so once you get the audience, then they will start selling a subscription to them, that too at the cheapest price, so that people understand that okay, this is better compared to the other existing ones, and that way they get out of the market. Okay, this is the strategy which corporates uses. So here again they are telling about Birla Group also performing well, Tata's performing well. So overall this author does not like any corporates. Okay, so this assessment is not true for all businesses in India, and now he is talking about the small medium firms and the large mass of this unorganized sector enterprises are there, informal enterprises are there. So all these people after COVID, you know, they had a lot of losses. Okay, and they are still struggling to get or recover out of that. Meanwhile, this corporates who went down is suddenly quickly coming back also. So that he is not liking. Okay, so even Deputy Governor, RBI's Deputy Governor, some report was there in which it's told assets in the non-financial sector owned by the big 5 business groups have risen from 10% in 1991 to nearly 18% in 2021. Okay, but the share of the next 5, okay, this is about the big 5, then the next 5 has fallen from 18% to less than 9%. So again, that few companies are getting richer, that is being countered by the author. Okay. Then again about inflation also, there one point was there. Okay, inflation, that in multiple newspapers now I've seen this word, greedflation. Okay, there's a term called greedflation coming up. So greedflation is this only, corporates out of their greed trying to force the prices, and then it is leading to inflation. Okay, like you should know, like inflation means what? Lot of money is there with the people, but the goods are very less. Okay, like tomatoes, only less tomato is there, so obviously they'll increase the price as they like, and people also, then everything is like rising only. Okay, people have too much money, too little goods, so the price of the goods is very high. That is inflation basically. Okay, price rise. Now greedflation is like one situation is there, suppose a COVID is there, so obviously the materials, everything needed to manufacture something will get costly. So the shop, everyone or the manufacturer will tell, see, everything is very costly, so ultimately our product is also costly. That is why the price is rising in the disaster time or the COVID time. But some corporates, some companies purposely, this is there already, maybe 10% hike is there in every parts or raw materials, but they, instead of 10%, they will in the product put 20-30% hike because they think this is a very good chance to make profit. So they will tell this as the reason, okay, the raw materials are costly, and then put a unrealistic price in the product. So people don't know like how much was the hike, and also people believe, okay, maybe because of this situation it is like this. So that out of greed you put a unrealistic wrong price telling a wrong reason, that is called greedflation. Through that, when the prices increase, that is called greedflation. Okay, hope you understood. So that I told because 2-3 days in newspaper I saw this in multiple places. Okay, so now the dangers of such rapid rise in industrial concentration have been flagged in the past across the world. Okay, so everywhere in the world it's happening, not only India. So using the market power to stifle competition, the same thing which I told. Some who are rich and all, they can bring down or just make the other competition go away, okay, by giving lot of free things and other things. See, manipulation of cost and price, efforts to influence institution of democracy, meaning like media and even political parties, everything you influence with your money and all these things, and then you can become the ultimate power. Okay, so in time it leads to undue corporate influence over political processes and the formulation of policy with tendencies bordering on state capture, meaning ultimately they have control in the political parties also. Okay, that is what now the opposition is also telling, that the ruling party is like completely supporting them because they get a lot of funding and donations from these big corporates. Okay, so that thing the author is also pointing out. So functioning of the market favors for multiple reasons those who are asset rich, leading to concentration and centralization. Okay, again monopoly, concentrating in one area, one company, centralization by one company, everything that same thing they are again telling in different language. Okay, so it is telling it is not only necessary to regulate markets to address the malicious outcomes their functioning can give rise to, but there is a need to physically prevent the growth of dominant business and excessively large conglomerates, that is the corporates, or even break up those that are seen as too big for comfort. Meaning you regulating the market and industry is okay. Other than that, you should be able to prevent these people from getting unwanted benefits or influencing others, and all that prevention also should happen. That is what the author is suggesting. Okay, so here civil society voices, mean people will raise voices and all these cases and everything, but the state is the one who must ultimately implement the needed policies. Okay, so democracies, everybody are like, you know, the capital, okay, meaning the corporates and the government should be little far away. It should not be nearer or closer. That is the ultimate thing he is telling here. And one more slide is there. So here they are telling before independence or immediately after independence, we were doing that because we know that time who is that? Jawaharlal Nehru and all these people are pro-communism, pro-socialism and all. They are anti-capitalism that time. Okay, so that time it was there, but now the gap is narrowing hugely. That is the point in that full paragraph he has told. And the last line you can see 3 trends. Okay, 3 trends signaling this narrowing of political distance between the state and the big business, meaning the distance between the government, state and the business is narrowing down. So 3 factors is telling. The 3 factors is in the final slide. Okay, first one is the neoliberalism, meaning 1991 because India was incomplete, because we did that socialism, communism, our complete bank balance, everything, forex reserves, everything got over, and India was like, we were even importing rice and all from outside places. Okay, we were in such a very pathetic situation. That time IMF told, we will give you loan, we will help you to recover your economy, but you have to adopt LPG reforms. Okay, liberalization, meaning liberal, it should be privatization, make many national things, because that time Indira Gandhi, everybody made everything nationalized, most of the banks, most of the agencies, everything nationalized. So that way it won't work. You have to privatize, many things you have to privatize, and that till date we are now privatizing. If you see, till even Air India, Tata Group has got it. So like that, privatization should be done. And then globalization, LPG. Okay, globalization means be open to the thing, everybody should import, export, everything, it should be fully global. Okay, that also we are doing. Okay, so that is what LPG started in 1991. So that embracing of neoliberalism is the first point, because of which corporates and state came closer. Second point, the state must help strengthen domestic big businesses to not just hold its own against giant global competitors, but to step beyond Indian shore. This is the same globalization concept. Okay, meaning you tell like which is the, why did SBI merge everything now? Because whenever you take the top 100 banks or the top 50 banks of the world, not even one Indian bank was there. Okay, it was all USA bank, European banks and all. There is no Indian banks. So we took all our SBIs. If you see, there was SBI, Travancore, meaning State Bank of Travancore, State Bank of Patiala, State Bank of Punjab, I think some 5-6 were there. We merged everything, and now we made, this government has made State Bank of India, one single unit. So what happened is the capital, everything came together. So SBI became or listed in the top 50 banks. Okay, so that has its own advantages. That is an economy part you will study. So there are reasons for something being done. Okay, people simply claim, why did you do all that? Many people lost their job. Nothing happened. This is how the economy should evolve. When you are going from developing country to developed country, if you have to match to USA, Australia, Japan, South Korea, Canada, whatever you aspire, like our country should be like that, the changes also you should do what they have done in the past. Okay, so that only this government is doing. This government is actually pro-capitalism. Okay, because we have a vision for $5 trillion economy. We have a vision for being a developed country. Okay, everything is part of that. The tiniest like Swachh Bharat is also part of that. Okay, because you would not see any country which is developed having all the filth on the road. Okay, they're clean also. So everything is one step to that goal of becoming a developed country. Okay, so here help this domestic big business, meaning our Indian businesses should be big also, and it should step beyond Indian shores. Okay, it should be having that global reach. We should have branches everywhere. So that is the second reason why the businesses are, meaning government is supporting the business, or they are coming closer. Now third point, refusal to reduce the influence of money in politics. Okay, so this you can tell again a selfish reason kind of thing. We have this electoral bond scheme and all, where now anybody can give any much money to the party for election funding. Okay, and there it will not be publicly known. It is like, even you, if you want to give a donation, you have to go to SBI's that particular branch and you have to write like, okay, I'm giving 1 lakh rupees or 10 lakh rupees. A bond kind of thing you will get, and that bond paper you have to go and give to the party. Then party will again go and give to the bank and they will encash it. So that is how it works. The cash system where a lot of black money was going on, that is stopped now through the electoral bond. Everything is digital. You have to do through digital payment only if you are giving to parties. Okay, else 10 years back it was not like that. Huge sacks of monies, and you will see this much money is hoarded in the houses of all these party workers. That and all it's not stopped now. People are still doing it, but at least legally, if you have to transfer something, you have to do digitally through electoral bond. So that also is the reason parties will be funding, the companies will be funding the parties. Parties will win elections. Then obviously they will tell, okay, we did this much for you to win elections. Now make the policies in such a way that our business grows again. So again, that is the reason these two are near. So these are three very interesting points in this whole article. This is the best section I felt. Okay, so hope you got the idea, because if you read it yourself, maybe you confuse, okay, because you don't know the backstory or you don't know certain things what is happening around. So that's why I tried to make it clear. Hope it's easy and now understood. Okay, now the second article, India, France. Okay, Modi, has gone to USA also, then gone to France also, and France he got that award. Okay, the name you can Google and find out. There is a name for this. It's equivalent to like our Bharat Ratna, meaning civilian honor, highest civilian honor. Every country will have some award. So I think Modi has got more than from 13 countries the same kind of thing. Okay, himself like Bharat Ratna he has not written. That also if you want he can do, because Prime Minister has the power to give the list of like, okay, these people give Bharat Ratna, and he can take it to himself. That is what Jawaharlal Nehru did, that is what Indira Gandhi did, that's what Rajiv Gandhi did. They have got Bharat Ratnas when they were the Prime Minister themselves. Okay, so this Modi also can do any time, but instead he preferred giving to, I think Vajpayee he gave, Patel he gave, and some 2-3 people has given Bharat Ratna. He only give the list. So now he is instead getting it from other countries, the civilian honor. Okay, so this France meeting, little bit information only. It is the 25th year of India's France strategic partnership. Okay, whenever two countries are having relation, there will be diplomatic relation, there will be strategic relation, there will be strong ally, defense partner, like that we grow. The relation will grow as the year pass on. So with France we have strategic partnership, meaning we have lot of deals, lot of defense and lot of other things, cultural exchange and people to people exchange and all is there. So 25 years Modi visit to France for 2 days. Number of agreements obviously will be signed, which includes defense also. And it's not like simply going there. There was this Bastille Day parade. Okay, same like our Republic Day and all. They have a soldiers related something is there, but this time it was very special because our Prime Minister was the chief guest there. Okay, same like every year we also, Republic Day you will see, it will be from a different country. Okay, each year, right from 1950 I think it was from Indonesia or something like that. Every year one leader we will invite. So this time Indian Prime Minister was invited as the chief guest to their parade, and it's not the first time. Before that Manmohan Singh also 2009 was invited. So Modi is the second one to be invited for this Bastille Day parade, and this time I think Indian many troops also participated in that. The tri-service, Indian tri-service participation was there, and there was another important thing, agreement. strategic roadmap for the next 25 years, which is called Horizon 2047. This is the kind of things which UPSC Prelims question will come. Okay, like Horizon 2047 is an important deal signed between India and which country? So answer will be France. Okay, this even in other SSC PSC exams it will come. And then another one more signing is there related to the Indo-Pacific region. Okay, like we already have the Quad group and everything to counter China, where USA, Australia, India, Japan is collaborating. Same like that, India, France separate has signed to deal or make further trade in the Indo-Pacific region. Okay, so there military and naval exchanges will be there. Trilateral development fund will be there to help the countries in the region. Okay, trilateral means one is India, one is France, one is the countries or islands which are there in Indo-Pacific. Okay, trilateral. So now again defense, 26 more Rafale jet fighter jet will buy, and this time it's for the Indian Navy. And then the Scorpion submarines are there, which we make in there for France. So that also we will get it. Okay, 2008 we had the initial purchases. Now 3 more submarines we'll get it. And then there is this HAL which we have in India, and Safran, I think their side. These two will have a deal for helicopter engines manufacture, I think. So like this, these are the important things which happened in India-France relationship. Okay, so if you see here, another important thing is that they both are very supportive to each other, India and France. Okay, they don't simply spoil each other's image in world politics. Like if you see recently, yesterday only I think I discussed an article where European Union told or passed a resolution in their parliament that India-Manipur issue is going on. So Manipur, the Manipur violence is very like between religious like Christians and Hindus, and it's a very big issue. India is not able to handle like that. A negative thing about India they had raised, but France does not raise it. Okay, so France doesn't do that. Same way, another video we had done recently. Okay, another video we have done where France is burning. France riot is there where a teenager boy was killed, and because of that everybody is on the street and they are protesting and burning the entire place. So that issue we also did not raise, meaning we are mutually respecting each other's internal affairs. We don't talk about each other's internal affairs. Okay, so again here they are telling Russia-Ukraine war is going on. That time entire USA, everybody were putting sanctions on Russia, and then India was not taking a stand. India was still buying oil and everything from Russia. That time many countries told that against India, that you are not taking a stand, you are not doing what others are doing, you are not standing with the world, you are not standing with Ukraine. But France did not do that. Okay, so again France support. Then 1974 and 1998, why is that 2 years important? Because we did the nuclear test. Okay, nuclear test like the Smiling Buddha 1 and Smiling Buddha 2, 2 operations were there, one in Indira Gandhi's time and one in Vajpayee's time. So that 2 times also Russia did not join the West to push lot of sanctions onto India. Okay, and again even now we have this Tarapur reactor, we have nuclear reactor. For that also this France is again in support to give supplies of uranium everything to India. Okay, so here same thing, that full thing I have discussed, the Manipur and the France burning issue and all these things. So neither country has any desire to pull the other into coalition, meaning France will be part of many groupings, India will be part of many groupings. They are not forcing like, okay, come and join our group. This is what USA is doing. USA is telling, okay, come and join NATO, come and join here. Okay, but France and India doesn't do that. If they willingly come, okay, they never forced to join any coalition, and they prefer to have bilateral trade. India, France, just that is the group. We don't need any other bigger group. Okay. So that is the thing. So this relationship has proven itself to be different from other major partnerships that India was built across the world. India has built across the world, explaining both the symbolism and the substance of the Prime Minister's visit. So this is a very good way to end the article also. So in case you get a paper like GS2 question, explain Indo-France relationship, you need a lot of points. These points which is mentioned here will be very, very useful. You will get extra marks compared to others. Okay, because normal coaching class will give you that default thing, this much trade is done, this much missiles are bought. That is not enough. This kind of things where they stood in each other's thing, where they like go into each other's internal affairs. Russia's issue, what happened? Nuclear reactor issue, what happened? This and all extra points coaching class doesn't teach you. So please take down all these things. Free of cost knowledge it is. Hope it is helping. Okay, these are the things you should tell in comment section whether it is actually helping you or not. Now the third article, Russia-Ukraine. Okay, so here more than the article, in article there is full statistics only, like here 6,000 people died, here 10,000 missiles fired, but the map is very, very important. This year's UPSC question paper 2023, there were at least 3 questions from Ukraine's map. Okay, bordering countries of Ukraine, then 3 locations in Ukraine. Okay, so this is going to be again important for the many years to come. So Russia and Ukraine, if you see that small color blue, that yellow highlighted is the Crimea island. That Crimea, Russia had actually captured in 2014 itself. 2014 itself Russia captured because they needed access to the Black Sea, which is there. You can see Black Sea. So that is when Russia was thrown out of the G8 group. Once we had a G8 group, okay, from that Russia was thrown out, and now it is G7 group. Okay, so now we have G4 is there, G7 is there, G20 is there. You should know members of all these things. I have taught you in multiple days, multiple episodes. So now that is one point. Okay, Crimea. Now again, if you see that green color thing, Russia is slowly coming into Ukraine and capturing place after place, and those places only was asked in this year's paper also. In this, okay, 2-3 places are there which was there in this year's paper. Okay, and Ukraine recaptured some places above Crimea. You can see Kherson was there in 2023 prelims. So these are all, many people don't take it seriously. These are the things which will come. Today's paper, that green color area, you see something called Bakhmut, okay, Bakhmut. About that region where war is going on currently, that is mentioned. So UPSC will ask this only. Bakhmut region, which is there in the news, is area of conflict between, they will put Russia, Ukraine, Armenia, Azerbaijan, Israel, Palestine, North Korea, South Korea. So if you have no idea, because that name doesn't look a Russian name or Ukraine name, you will not know in the exam hall. That is the importance of reading newspaper every day or learning it from the right mentor. Okay, so make a note of these. Are not there in Hindu. I'm telling extra. You can see Belarus there. Belarus country is the one who now came and helped Russia also. Last week I explained you, Russia's Wagner group, private army, went back and tried to attack Russia himself. Okay, Putin only sent that Wagner group to fight. Wagner decided to come back and fight this people, the country itself, the government itself. That time Belarus came and signed the compromise thing. So these kind of things you have to know. When you know geography, it's very easy to study international relation. You should know where exactly the maps are, where exactly who are the bordering countries. This you have to know. Then two rivers are going through that, and then Ukraine, you can see the capital of Ukraine is that Kyiv, K-Y-I-V. Okay, K-Y-I-V, and that river is passing and it will finally fall into the Black Sea. Then there is another one, Sea of Azov. Sea of Azov also was asked in prelims as an option in one of the question paper. That means they will surely ask a specific question to Sea of Azov also. Like what are the bordering countries of Sea of Azov? You should know. Okay, a little more zoomed in map if you see. Bakhmut is the point of discussion, this because now the war is going on there. Donbas region you can see where Russia is written below, that Donbas region, that is also asked in 2023 prelims. Okay, so this full thing, every word which is written here, see Crimea annexed by Russia in 2014, then there is the Black Sea, there is Sea of Azov, okay, and that river also, one river is going through Ukraine, through the Kyiv capital. That river name you have to know. All these are important. Okay, this area of control, who is controlling which area, that UPSC won't ask. That your mains maybe for pointers you can do, but for prelims they won't ask that things. Okay, so now after months of speculation, meaning lot of fight is going on, Ukraine is telling we are still like counter-offensive, we are still fighting against Russia, we will continue. Okay, the president's name you can see, Vladimir Zelensky. Okay, so the losses, if you see, heavy in men and material, meaning they are losing people also, they are losing material and bombs and ammunitions, that also is ending. But Russia's defense lines is like very long. You know, they have one of the biggest army also, because Russia did not start war now. They are in war since the World War I time. So they like thousands of kilometers in the east and southeast, which I showed you in the map. East and southeast of Ukraine is where they have the full army men placed. Okay. So Ukraine's initial effort, okay, to drive the Russians out of this Sea of Azov and all these things were kind of okay, but now Russia is also gaining strength. They know how to play the strategy, and Russia already anticipated like where all Ukraine will come, what maximum they will do, even if they get support from USA. That all Russia knows. So based on that, Russia is also overpowering the Ukraine region now. Okay, so losses are there on both sides. Okay, in terms of this money and material, everything. NATO group is giving lot of large weaponry and all these things to them. Then Kyiv evidently does not have air supremacy, meaning the air force or the things which they have through the air which they have. Ukraine does not have something which is more powerful than Russia. So that is why they cannot give the support to the ground forces also from the air. Okay. Then that Wagner group issue I told. So Ukraine was thinking like, okay, Wagner group is now going back and attacking Putin. So it's an advantage for us. They will crumble, they will crush down. But what happened, as I told, Belarus came in compromise, and now Wagner group is fighting the Ukraine only. They are fighting on behalf of Putin. Okay, so that what anticipated by Ukraine, that also did not happen. This also in a separate video I've done, meaning ma'am has done. Okay, so please see these videos. Okay, Vysh IAS alone you follow, entire current affairs will be clear to you. Okay, 90% of things free is there, and MCQ and test series is there in our test series paid thing also. So please study very seriously, because we need results. When you pass only, it is a benefit for us. Okay, else we are simply teaching, nobody is clearing UPSC, then there is no advantage for us also. So whatever we give will be the highest quality. Understand that first. Okay, nothing of poor quality will be there in Vysh IAS. Please watch all these things. Okay, then again that I told, Bakhmut region, there these things are going on. Russia has gained a lot of area there, so that also Ukraine is like kind of in a depression phase. They are not able to recapture it back. Then that Kharkiv and Kherson, I told you, UPSC already asked, that's why I have highlighted. Then Russia's equipment, see that line, Russia equipment derived by the West as antiquated has been put to effective use. That is, the terms are very tough, but actually it means derived means mocked. West was mocking the Russia. Antiquated meaning Russia's weapons were outdated. It's not good for anything. We will give you better weaponry. That thing and all is wrong, because Russia has whatever they have, Russia has put it to effective use. Okay, so two English words also you learned there, derided and antiquated. Okay, mocked and outdated. So now Russia has certainly suffered a lot of losses, manpower, then elections which were held in Russia occupied Ukraine. Okay, Russia occupied Ukraine, there is an area, their elections were supposed to happen, that is also postponed. Okay, Ukraine also does not have unlimited human resources, so these losses are hard to replace, and it's very difficult for them to get back anything. Okay, then again the Pentagon files leaked. Okay, meaning USA's some files in that it is revealing that American, British, NATO fighters, everyone are supporting Ukraine, but the numbers are small. Okay, because Ukraine has not officially become a NATO member, so indirectly some support is being given, but that is not enough. Okay, that is not enough to counter a country like Russia, and President Zelensky of Ukraine is continuously asking the entire world to give more weapons, anyone who cares to listen. Okay, but the doubt arises that meaning Ukraine will ultimately win or not. And this is the last slide. A truce seems distant, meaning a peace treaty or a end of war, the ceasefire, nothing is going to happen. They both are irritated, both are fighting, and it will continue to go. Okay, so Ukraine forces are running short of ammunition, and NATO cannot provide it in the quantity needed. Okay, USA also, American elections and all is coming. There also Joe Biden, everybody are in support of Ukraine and against Russia. So maybe if they couldn't win or cannot make Ukraine win, it may affect their president election also, which happens. That kind of things are telling. Then that cluster munitions I already showed you in July 10th editorial we discussed. This is something which is actually banned. There is a convention on cluster munitions also, which I think India, China, USA, Russia, these people have not signed. Okay, these people have not signed, but more than 120 countries have signed this thing, that this should not be used, because these are, if you see, missile kind of thing, inside that lot of small bomb kind of thing, and it will go scattered everywhere. And problem is, it may not fall and immediately burst. It will remain there in the floor here and there. Maybe civilians later by mistake will touch it, it will blast after many days. So that is the reason this is very dangerous thing. That is why it is banned, this cluster munitions, and still USA is supplying it to Ukraine. Russia also has this. These both people are again using it on each other. So it is a very bad thing which is happening in the war. Okay, you can see here, this from Wikipedia I took it. USA, Russia has not signed, nor has Ukraine, and around 16 countries have refused to sign it, where if you see, India's name is there, China is there, Pakistan is there, Romania, Poland, South Korea, Singapore. None of these people have signed this, meaning they are not ready to sign. They want to use it in case a war comes, but it's actually very dangerous for the non-combats also, meaning the civilians also. It is very bad. Okay, so 9,000 civilians are estimated to killed, over 6 million refugees are there. So how badly the Ukraine counter-offensive is faring, that we can understand by this complete article. Okay, so hope you got a clear picture, and many GK facts I have told you. Okay, so now next one is the Delhi floods. You would have seen this is the thing in newspapers, not only Delhi, in Himachal, in those areas. Okay, the reason I told you in 2 days back, I told you monsoons come, that is one thing, but the Delhi and all usually get winter rains, meaning in the November, December time, something called western disturbances comes from the, in world map, if you take from that side, it will come from the European Mediterranean side, it will come, and it will come to India's region. Okay, so that and monsoon together came. On top of that, Gujarat area, one cyclone wind was there, that also came. So overall in that northwestern area, it became too much heavy rain in the record, last 40 years record, it is rainfall. So this thing happened. Okay, that is one natural reason, but other than that, our cities are not well planned. The full buildings are concrete buildings, heating, the air going up, then climate change, rainfall coming down. That problem is also there. Man-made reason is also there. natural reason is also there. So the reason ultimately is that everything came together this time. Okay, so devastating flood in North India is catching global attention. So the reasons you can see climate change, urbanization, infrastructure lacunae problems. Okay, so all these are affecting India's large cities. Now this time it is on Himachal, Punjab, Haryana, Delhi. Okay, every year you will see, like 1 year it was Kerala, 1 year it was Chennai, once it was Bangalore and all. Every time Mumbai will have floods. Okay, every now and then the water logging in this thing will be there. Wherever more of these underpasses and this bridges and these things are there, that is where the construction has been not done properly. Okay, so IMD, Indian Meteorological Department, has also told like the term which they gave for Delhi's rainfall is excess or large excess, and 10 days it's happening. Last few days it is dramatically reduced, so that is a relief actually. And the number also they have told some 209.7 millimeter. That numbers they have told, and told like more landslide, landslip, threat to life, all these things will happen. So better stay indoor unless it is very, very important. Okay. The Supreme Court and the Red Fort. Okay, Supreme Court and Red Fort area is completely flooded. So that's also very, like our capital city, which should be like, which is like everybody, like foreign countries also, when they tell India, they will sometimes tell Delhi. Okay, because capital is the thing which we refer to when we refer to a country. So if the condition of capital is like this, that's a very, very bad image on our country. Okay, so the Supreme Court and Red Fort, like there many buildings are there. I just showed you that because it was a headline also, Supreme Court flooded. And then Yamuna river which is there, which you know, which passed through Agra and Taj Mahal and also, that also overflow happened. Okay, and how much ever it used to come in the last 30-40 years, that has come together in this one single year. And there are many other problems also. Okay, you cannot simply blame the flooding and geographical reasons. The Delhi's infrastructure development problem is there, construction problem is there, river bed mining is there, and then desilting, meaning ahead of the monsoon, which prevention work we should do, that was not done. Nothing was done properly by the Delhi administration. So that is why this much problems have come. Okay, then the concretization, as I told, concretization of the city, heating issue, climate change issue is also a very, very big problem. Okay, in Delhi, Haryana region mainly. And then the Arabian Sea and Arctic, you know, the warming trend is there, global warming is there, melting of this thing, ocean level rising. This is a normal climate change thing also they have explained. So you should do something to prevent flooding in future. Okay, and urban flooding is more frequent in Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, which every year it comes. This year also it is there, waterlogging issues are there at multiple places. And then like we know, the national capital, the Delhi, did lot of things for tackling air pollution. They all, the nearby states, everybody came together, signed some treaties, then some agreements and deals and all, and implemented policies. Like that, you should keep aside all the differences, and all these states should come together for a joint strategy for controlling floods also. That is the way forward or the conclusion. So you also, whenever you write mains answers, you should never tell like our complete city is a problem, there is nothing can be done, we are in a bad. That way, if you are end an answer, you will get only half the marks or maybe 1/4 of the marks for that question. Okay, but if you give a positive solution, what can be done, then you will get 2-3 extra marks for that one single line alone. No matter what you wrote in the answer, your last line and the first line makes a big difference. Okay, so always end in positive notes. This is the benefit of reading newspapers. Okay, editorial gives you that knowledge, that presentation skills, that your answer will stand out compared to others. Don't copy these toppers answer papers and this coaching class answer papers. Okay, they are all giving some junk things, whichever they like. You have to do it yourself. You have to read newspapers again and again. You have to understand the things properly. Not like because that topper wrote that way, I will also write. Not like that. Delhi flood issue means you should know the complete thing about that. Okay, India-France relationship means you should know everything. Okay, whatever we discussed today, Russia-Ukraine war is going on, you should have that idea of why they are fighting, where are they fighting, what is the current situation, who is helping them. This concept clarity who is there, who has, they are the ones who will clear UPSC. If you don't have these concepts, you are only by hearting GK books or India yearbook and textbooks and toppers notes, you should give state exams. You should give state exams or any other NABARD, RBI, SEBI, there are many exams. Don't give UPSC civil service exam if you are a person who is just by hearting. You should have interest towards the national and global issues. You should be like a third person. Tomorrow your friend or cousin comes and asks you, like what happened, why is Russia-Ukraine fighting? If you cannot explain to them the reason, you are not a good civil service aspirant. Okay. Hope you are getting the point. This is not to demotivate you. This is to tell you what is a serious aspirant, what UPSC expects out of you. Okay, you have to be knowing all these things. You have to have interest in all these things. Okay, so again in comment section, tell me. First I showed you 4-5 thumbnails. If you want any of them to be set up today, I will put that as the thumbnail. Now by default I'll put something. You, as per your comments, I will change it also. Okay, so tell me and connect in Instagram and WhatsApp. Instagram, we crossed 10,000 followers yesterday. So thank you for all the support. We'll continue to do this, and email me also anything you cannot WhatsApp, you can email me. Okay, so I'll wind up this video. Thank you and have a nice day.